Hey guys!
Hi,
welcome back. Mia is sorry she couldn't be here today. She sends all her love and she'll be here next time. But we are here in our pajamas because in case you didn't know, you're supposed to wear pajamas when it's the holidays.
Yes.
This is a tradition of someone's here. So we're all wearing it. So whose tradition is this?
It's actually all of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom buys them for us every Christmas Eve. She buys all the grandkids the same kind, the girls the same kind, and the boys the same kind.
And then we have to you have to go upstairs and change as a group. And then the girls and the boys. And then everybody comes down together to surprise. We don't get to see what they are beforehand.
And Shay and Casey and my dad and Logan always come up with this big entrance, this big choreographed dance, and we're just
hilarious. It's really
to come out in their pajamas.
You did a pretty great slide.
Oh yeah, I did the baseball slide in too, and I was like,
that's really cute.
That's funny.
Fun.
Well, what other traditions do you guys have for the holidays? Do you get big trees? Do you decorate things at a certain time? Do you eat certain things?
I start decorating the day after Thanksgiving. That's the time that the holidays are welcome. I usually start listening to Christmas music actually before that. So I'm waiting
after Halloween's over. I'm listening to Christmas music.
So I came in one morning and Kaylee's and just jammed out in the kitchen to Christmas music. I'm like, what are you doing? It's not even November. And she's like, I love Christmas music.
I just feel like you have to start enjoying it so early because it
goes so fast.
Yeah, it flies by. So
I always wanted a tree. We didn't really get a tree. My mom is Jewish and my dad was Catholic, but we never got the tree. But I was like, I want the tree. But I'd be really excited about presents and Hanukkah because my mom. I'd be like, well, we're half Jewish. We have to do Hanukkah. I was like, give me the gifts. Yeah.
So did you do Hanukkah and Christmas?
Well, no, that's what was. I mean, we'd be like, we just wanted the gifts. We were not like. I was like, it's Hanukkah. Give me gifts. And she'd be like, well, we should learn about it. Let's read a book about it. And I'd be like, whatever. Give me the gifts. So it was kind of ridiculous. But we always had a huge Christmas at my aunt's, and we'd do a big thing. But yeah.
So do you put a Christmas tree up now?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I'm gonna do that this year for sure. But I haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah. You haven't gotten it yet?
You know the trees are covered in the powder? We saw a pink flocked tree, and I was like, I'm getting that one.
A pink tree.
Yes.
Perfect.
So perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
When do you start decorating your tree?
I usually do before Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Yeah.
When you're saying actually decorate the tree.
I'm not that good.
Okay.
Whenever
I love Christmas, and this year has been so depressing to me. I haven't, because we're going home for Christmas, and it's just been hard to decorate here, and it breaks my heart.
Well, because it's like we go home for the holidays, so it's like decorate a tree here and then go home and set up a tree. So it's like
and then clean up a tree here and clean up a tree there. So we did get a little one.
Do you hate taking the Christmas tree down?
Yes,
I do.
It's depressing.
I have my big white flocked Christmas tree is a mess. I'm like covered everywhere.
Yeah. And also, you're in California, so it doesn't feel like I'm from the East Coast. I'm from New York, so holidays to me is the season and the weather and the cold, and it's so different because Los Angeles is hot.
Yeah,
that's why I love
grateful.
Yeah, it's nice to have the warm weather, but it's so fun to go home because we all spend Christmas at Carlie's mom's house. My in-laws, and it's Christmas Eve is at their house. That's the big day that we do everything, and we sometimes we used to go to movies, but once we had kids, then we started going to a gym and doing this whole thing on Christmas Eve. And then the next day, we've been lucky enough to have that be the day where we get to go to the other, my parents and your parents.
That was hard when I was married because my ex-husband, his parents were separated, so it was almost like the holidays started to get stressful with getting everybody in. And so it's like, when is there that transition where you just stay home like my parents did and have your own Christmas at home? Because I love being with you guys, but one day when I'm married and have kids, it's like, are we going to do that? Or we stay at home?
That's what I was going to ask you. So when does it become where you host it and it's your thing and it's, I know you go to your in-laws now, so when does that happen?
Well, your mom's talked about, she really wants us there while Logan's home, which is really understandable, and it's so fun. I don't know if we'll ever want to.
Fun. Just to have everyone together. It's just like a big party.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. I don't know that we'll change it.
Yeah, it'd be weird. It's weird to think about not having you guys there. Because I love you so much.
What about your guys' Santa traditions? What do you guys... How does Santa get incorporated into the mix?
Well, personally for me, I believe in Christ and all that. So I usually try to make it more about, Christmas is about Christ and the time of giving and loving and sharing. And then, we do have Santa traditions and Santa visits us, but I try to make it a little bit more about Jesus then.
Right.
Yeah.
And the presents. That's what I was wondering. The
Yeah.
presents. But aren't the kids just so like, it's all about presents. That's how I remember being.
And with Santa, I only let my kids ask for 3 things from Santa.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it just,
Or they have
they
these
get
giant
so
lists.
overwhelmed. They don't even know what to play with. They're like, I have so much stuff. And
well, especially where like my parents buy for them,
Right.
and then like the kids draw names, and the kids buy for the kids, and then the parents get for them. It's just like your kids. And I've learned as a mom, like Cooper loves a dollar store toy just as much as like a $50 toy. They don't really sometimes know the difference. I think when they get older and they were more specified, like I want an iPod or whatever.
that was a
like
big reason.
I think it means more too when they don't have so much, because it's not about getting, it's about just the spirit of giving. And I try to sometimes focus on like, okay, well, let's all take $1, go to the dollar store, and you can buy something for so and so or whoever. We usually draw names actually for.
So you guys all draw names, or just the kids?
The kids draw names for the kids, and then the adults draw for the adults.
Oh,
this year I got Shay.
smart.
I got
I don't
this
know how
one
to
here.
get him.
Oh, so you all know it. It's not a secret Santa.
No.
My family secrets. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, we would tell.
I'd be like, I have you. What do you want?
Don't tell anyone that I told you, but I have your name.
Do you keep a budget on it? I mean,
Yeah,
are
we
you
try
conscious
to,
of it?
but-
Yeah.
Some people
really
break it
whatever.
and then make our gifts look bad. I'm like,
This one.
well, they're generous.
I try to make a lot of my gifts.
Of
I
course.
love-
amazing.
You're
She
like,
love making gifts. And last year, my family, we draw names too. And everyone had to make a gift for the other person.
I feel bad for who was getting my gift. I would feel so bad. Like,
I just made
a glue
this
stick
mug.
and slap it.
here's my MAC eyeshadow I made for you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's from the heart.
It was so cute because we did this tradition. We started it last year. We're going to continue it. And Braylee made a journal for my sister who had gone away to college, and she would write down what she did every day. Like, I went to dancing today, and she would draw a picture. And she totally thought of that on her own. And oh my gosh, it was so cute.
Really
And the way
awesome.
that she would spell her words, and it was the best gift. My sister cried, and we all cried, and it was cute.
I love
Yeah,
the
those are the
calendar.
kind of things that mean the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that calendar you made my mom, she made her one for every month, and then the months of the birthdays. So since we have such a big family, you put like their pictures. Like we were June, we were the cover for June.
Yes, you were.
That was such a cool gift.
Yeah. It's just fun.
You're so crafty.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So do you use Santa are you like with the kids that he's watching you and to be good, do you use it as...
Heck yeah,
as-
we threaten our kids
I'm
with.
so bad at that. Carly and I were talking about that last night because Braylee wouldn't listen, and I'm like, Santa Claus is
Tell
watching.
them what she did.
Oh
it was
my
so
gosh.
funny.
It was horrible, actually. We went to 7-Eleven
So
to get
funny.
a snack, and I wouldn't let Braylee get donuts. She wanted donuts, and it was late, and I'm like, we don't need sugar that late. Don't get it. And she would not leave the store. Sat down on the floor. She sat down on the floor and would not leave. We went and got in the car. Of course I kept my eye on her, but we went and got in the car, and she would not move.
I even
would
tried.
follow.
I even grabbed her. I was like, Braylee, come on, and she was like, no, I'm getting a treat, and sat down. And I was just like laughing. I'm like, this is great, Mom. Geo top it.
And
What
so
do you do?
Like Princess Stars.
Just in the middle of 7-Eleven at 10 o'clock
what
at
did
night,
you
just
do?
sitting
would not
there.
move. So of course I went in there. I'm like, Braylee, get up right now. I'm leaving you right now. And she was like, I don't care. I'm like, Santa Claus will not bring you any toys. And she was like, I don't care.
I was like, she did not. What is with the donuts? She wants to
Because
show.
I use
Give
that
her
too
a
much.
donut for Christmas.
I know.
Yeah,
She's
just
like,
a
yeah,
box
that's
of
all.
donuts.
But it's because I use that too much. And I don't know if any of you parents do that too, but I use that too much.
You're like
Santa
the-
Claus is watching, and you're not going to get anything.
The
And
boy who cried
every year,
wolf.
they get exactly what they ask for.
Yeah, right.
So do they? Are kids at school being like, Santa doesn't exist and saying things like that?
I think so, and it's sad how young.
Yeah.
It's such a
Every
young
family's
age.
different, so kids come from so many different
Yeah.
perspectives, and why? And it's kind of sad because some kids some
Yeah.
people don't do Christmas the same, and
And
that's
some
why it
kids
is
don't
important
really
to
get
keep. I think
The tradition there.
the real traditions of what your family believes.
And I think your mom does a great job. at
She
that.
does.
She
made-
always brings.
Remember when she
something.
had the kids do the nativity? She dressed our kids up and did the Bible story, and she the kids, and they learned the
Yeah.
Remember
the whole
when?
nativity scene.
Remember when I had to read the letter last year and I said erotic? No, is that what I said?
Erotic.
Exotic or
I'm like, instead of what?
something.
I don't remember what it was, but we were all like,
I said something inappropriate, and it wasn't right. I was like,
It was like
why did I have to read the letter?
it's like this sweet letter about the nativity, and Kaylee's like, exotic Jesus. We're like, what?
Sorry, I wish I could remember. It was not good. Everyone was like, and then it
was
ruined
really
it,
funny.
ruined the
No, it's
spirit.
It was perfect. It was a
Christmas.
perfect memory.
So how do you talk to the kids about that? If other kids are at school saying, or have different traditions, like you just sort of, how do you explain that to them?
I always say, if you don't believe, you don't receive.
Yeah.
And I believe in Santa.
Totally.
Santa is the spirit of Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, I love it so much. So I will always believe in Santa.
Yeah, that's how my dad, I remember when I was a kid and I was like, I don't believe in it. You know, I'd heard something at school and my dad was like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I know. And then the next morning I woke up and he's like, look, the video camera had been left on at night. And we looked at it and it was like Santa walking. And you know, I think it was my dad, but it was really sweet. You know, it was just really cute because it's about keeping that alive.
I think it's just about keeping the magic, just the spirit of it alive.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you won't believe in it, but appreciate. Just the spirit that surrounds.
That's why it's great to be like a parent or a mom on, because like as you get older, I think the magic kind of dulls a little. You know, each year you're like, oh, my parents like me, they're gonna give me something. But then you get to have this baby, and you're like, it's like you get to relive through them. And so then you get to see it through their eyes. And
of course,
I think it's really hard sometimes to separate, you know, the commercial, you know, everything. Because last year I felt really stressed out, and I'm like, oh, I still have to pick up this, and I have to get this, and oh my goodness. And then, you know, Christmas morning came, and it was just like, you know, they opened the presents, but it was really just about us being together. So I've decided this year I'm going to think less is more, because it really is.
So do you guys have any traditions for food that you eat? Specifically on New Year's Eve, on Christmas morning?
We eat it all.
Ooh, delicious.
Mostly like finger food stuff, like cheese and meats and crackers and
shrimp. We always have a big shrimp platter.
And Carly loves it. It's her favorite.
She hates shrimp.
The shrimp.
and they pester me with it. Ew, it just smells terrible.
You don't like shrimp?
Bad.
She doesn't like any seafood.
No way.
It smells
Like we know.
it just smells terrible, and like you can see there's like little black things in their bums sometimes.
Ew.
Anyways, we like shrimp.
You like shrimp?
And your dad makes the best.
Oh, waffles.
Oh
He
my
makes
gosh.
waffles for breakfast.
Buttermilk waffles
They are to die for, seriously.
Well, and Carly's grandpa used to make peppermint ice cream. Like homemade peppermint ice cream.
I heard about that.
If you guys haven't tried peppermint ice cream, try it. I would have never tried it.
Yeah.
And
It's the best
my
ice
favorite.
cream ever.
Yeah.
I like.
Is it like mint chocolate chip? Does it taste just without the chocolate? Oh.
He melts
It's
like the
not
hard
the peppermint.
candies to make the process. He gets like 70 hard candies, and you like melt them. But it's not very minty. It's not like whoa.
It's the best.
It's like perfect.
That'd be a great thing to do on your channel, like a craft.
I can make my grandma recipe.
Yeah.
I just invited myself to your channel.
Let's do it.
I can eat it all too.
And do you craft anything? Do you make anything? Because you're just so crafty. Do you do special
I
things?
always make my mother-in-law's present. And it's something that I look forward to every year. I love it because she always appreciates everything that I make. I love you. And so I really look forward to her gift. And this year I have in mind what I want to do, and I haven't started yet. And I'm like, oh no, are you going to get this done? But I really love making.
So what kind of thing what have you made in the past for her? Like what kind of stuff do you make?
I've made her the calendar that we talked about.
That one was awesome. I was jealous.
And that was fun. And I made this big, huge wooden picture frame that held picture frames.
Wow.
So I've just always done things
like
like that.
hang them with like the ribbon on these knobs. Anytime anybody comes over, like, where did you get that? She's like, my daughter-in-law, Kayli. You make us look bad.
I don't.
It's just fun. I love making things, and I don't love spending a lot of money on it. So I try to find discounted things or like we were talking about going to the swap meet or secondhand stores and finding things like that and just painting them or putting a special picture in it, because Casey's really sentimental with things like that too. I could buy him clothes and materialistic things, and he doesn't like that. I gave him a picture one year of our old dog Leonard and Brayley, and they had went pheasant hunting. So we had dead pheasants, and I just put it in a picture frame, and it was his favorite gift that I've ever given to him. So I have something good in mind this year, and I'm so excited. I'll show you guys.
So what's the either the most memorable, the best, the worst gift you've given or received? Just something memorable that has been in the gift giving.
See, that's the example, but Christmas is not about presents because I don't remember anything.
Right.
Not liking
I don't remember
anything.
getting anything that I particularly was like WTH is this? I remember like every Christmas I'm like, oh, I'm so blessed. My family's great. I don't ever remember.
You're perfect.
You're perfect.
Like, I am so blessed. Thank you so much.
No, I
know. I'm trying to think too. No, I was probably the same way too. I think you really do feel that way. Yeah. You're just like, thank you.
Yeah. I have a story to tell about that.
He was like, well.
And I was really a brat. I had been telling Casey for probably months and months that we needed to get a dog. The kids, every time a commercial would come on and they would see a dog, they would just die. And I'm like, we have got to get the kids a dog. We've got to get the kids a dog. And I would look them up on KSL, is what we look on in Utah. And I'd be like, look at these dogs, look at these dogs. And so he surprised me with a dog. But
so
a couple weeks before that, he was like, I have a surprise for you, and I'm so excited. I'm like, it was the time in my life right at that moment that I was overwhelmed with work and kids and trying to juggle everything. And I'm like, Casey, if it's a dog, don't get it for me. Don't get me a dog, please.
Oh, no.
But he didn't. I mean, I don't think that I...
Because you'd wanted it so bad.
Because you wanted it
I
so
wanted
bad.
it, and the kids wanted it. So he got me a dog.
She was so cute.
She was so cute, and I could not handle her.
She was a Yorkie, a mini Yorkie. Like I
Maggie.
was just like, please can I have her? Please can I have her? She was a Maltese Yorkie mini or whatever.
Yeah.
I just remember Christmas Eve being like, I'm stealing this.
Oh, she was adorable. Adorable. I was just overwhelmed with everything. Like I said, I had started getting really busy at work, and I was
It's like
gone
having
12
another
and 14
kid.
hours
Oh,
a
yeah.
day. And so she was just home alone, and I felt awful. Like, I can't have this darling little dog that's home alone all day long.
Yeah.
So I did end up selling her. But now we have Bronx, and I adore him.
Now it's the
No,
time of
yeah.
your life.
No,
Well, and
totally.
I just think I like having big dogs. We had a big dog
Yeah.
before, and he passed away. And I think that I was just used to having a big dog.
Yeah.
Ooh, you can just hug their
Because
big
it's scary
heads.
with the little ones, too, because you have kids, and they're always like,
Oh, yeah. No, when I bring Maggie, and I'm so protective of her, I have a little Yorkie, and so I'll bring her over to the house, or if there's kids, and I was like, just don't touch her.
Yeah.
Just stay away from her. And I can see she's scared. I was like,
Yorkies
she
are
doesn't
so
want to be
small.
touched yet. And I'm like, I'll just take her back. And I'm so protective. I get really, so I can't imagine having
I love that
kids
Cooper's so
with my
small
little
because
dog.
Cooper holds her like little
know,
baby
he's
and
cute.
Yeah.
just carries her around
like,
and
this is
she's
my
just
dog.
like
I know.
I love huge dogs or small dogs.
Yeah.
I'm weird.
We live in, a country where we have so much and so much in abundance, and you can get 20 gifts for Christmas, which is insane because most places you're lucky if you get a gift ever, so I think, what do you guys do to sort of, let the kids know? And there's other people out there where they don't get things like this.
Right. Last year, maybe it wasn't last year, maybe it was the year before. One of those years, we did, we took a bunch of presents that we went and bought together. We actually have it on the vlog. I don't know where it is. But we bought a bunch of presents, and we took it to the fire station, because they were giving gifts to kids. And it was so fun to go in, and there was a bunch of gifts under the tree, and to see the, names of kids on the tree that didn't have anything. And it really made the kids feel like, oh, we're doing something good. They felt the spirit of giving. And it just meant so much that I feel like that's important. So we have done, go through your room and pick a good toy, and we're going to give it away.
Oh, that's good.
But unfortunately, most of their toys are not givable anymore.
Right.
So we might go buy some and give them out.
Do they do those trees, and is this only like an Idaho thing, or I guess I've only seen it, but they have names on the trees that you pick. And
I've seen those at Shopco.
I was great, but in high school, I feel like we were always involved, because as in student government, we would do what was called Aid for Friends, and you would adopt a family, and we would raise money for dinner and a tree and clothes and shoes and things that you would be good to get for Christmas, but where they were more like needs and not wants. And I just remember being back in high school being like, I am so spoiled. I feel so terrible that you don't realize what's going on, poverty that's going on around you, and the things that people just don't have. Like shoes.
So much.
The song Christmas Shoes, I remember the first time I heard it, I cried. Me cry, never. Have you heard that song, Christmas Shoes?
Yeah.
How the little boy wants to buy his mom some shoes.
I think you can also go to homeless shelters.
Yes.
We would go to homeless shelters the beginning of the holiday season and pick names. And we would get together with a couple different families to make sure to give this family a really nice Christmas and include food and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
That's great.
Everybody wants a good Christmas dinner.
Yeah. And I think always just donating food is really good too.
But I think giving of time too.
Yeah.
When I was younger, and my mom had actually just passed away that holiday season before, or the October before the holiday season. My dad was stressed. He's trying to take care of all of us kids, and we had so much help. So many people from our church brought us food over and helped my dad get presents ready, and it just felt like we're still being taken, like, people love us, you know, we're still being taken care of. And I think that was the biggest thing, is giving of your time and your love, and not, you know, it doesn't have to be money or things, but giving of time.
I think there's so many opportunities to be involved, like through your church, through like even grocery stores that you can even donate $1 for. There's like no excuse. We should all be more involved, I think.
And school.
Yeah.
And we're going to, on our Facebook, you know, put up some charities that we think we like, you know, and think that you guys should check out. And if you feel like donating or more just giving your time to them, go check those out.
Yeah. I love hearing these stories because it just touches on what you said. We might not have memories of all of the presents that we had, but look at all of the memories we have of giving and having that holiday spirit. I mean, that's what it's all about. So,
and I think if you're starting to feel like you're losing it and you're getting too stressed, it's good to remember, and like it's making me feel more motivated just with being with family and being like with what matters. Because like you said, you don't remember the gifts, but you remember the year that we were like in our pajamas together. It was like family time and not the Barbie you got or whatever. Because you got a Barbie last year, probably. I wish I got Barbies. I'm jealous that you guys have girls.
I know what I'll get you.
Barbie.
So we want to hear from you guys. We'd love to hear about your traditions that you do for the holidays, and we'll
Happy holidays.
Feliz Navidad.
happy Hanukkah. Thanks for watching.
Merry Christmas.